Guys, my name's James. Today I'm going to be making a video to try and help people when it comes to grading cards in Australia, and also specifically cross-grading from Card Grading Australia to PSA. Now, during COVID, I got into the hobby of Pokemon collecting, and being the type of person I am, I do like to preserve my cards and grade them for future value. Now, there was very limited options for me during COVID because of the lockdowns and the postage systems. So I turned to Card Grading Australia. Now, I'm quite curious now that the world's opened up to see how some of the gradings that I've got from Card Grading Australia compare to PSA and what PSA's opinions are on those cards. So I'm going to be cracking open some cases and also sending some older vintage cards in. For case cracking, I'm going to be taking this Evolving Skies 9.5 VMAX Rayquaza, this 2003 Skywitch Jolteon 8.5, this 2007 Cracked Ice Entei, and this Venusaur Secret Wonders as well. I'll crack these open shortly and send them off along with some other classic vintage cards as well as some modern. You'll have to excuse the birds, but here's what I've done to get this out. Pair of these, cut the corner, flathead screwdriver, in, twist, pop, and out pops the card. So we're just going to pop open the Rayquaza here, just to show you again. On the corner, get it in there, cut, in with the flathead screwdriver, there you go, couple of twists, twist, carefully popping that seal, open, out pops the card. Alrighty, now PSA like their cards to be received in these semi-flexible holders. Alright, so for the first submission we're going to do grading. No autograph authentication required. And next. So this is going to be the cards that we cracked out of the case, as well as a couple of others. Now, going all the way down to here, TCG bulk 1992 to present, $15 a card. That's because we have the $99 membership. You can use this service as many times as required. You also have access to the value bulk, which takes you up to $499. Now, those of us in Australia, remember that this pricing here is in US pricing. So, for example, if you think the card's 200 Australian, well, then you would be perfectly fine with this option here because 999 US is a lot more than 200 Australian. All right, so we go next. And it takes you through to this page here. Now this is pretty cool. So what we need to do is enter in the card's name here. So we're going to go with the Jolteon from Skyridge as our first, this one here. So we're going to type in 2003 Jolteon Skyridge. All right. So then we look down at here and we look at the number and we can see that that is number 13 of 144. So we know that we're dealing with this card just here. So we click on that. Declared value. Well, to be fair, you have to estimate it based on what you think it's going to grade as. So when we cracked Jolteon out of his case, I believe he was an 8.5. So Jolteon as a 9, let's have a look. You can either use PSA's price guide here, or you can get a quick gauge and go up and do a search, 2003 Sky Ridge Jolteon number 13 in say a PSA, let's say 8. Alright, so be careful not to select for your reverse hollows or your hollows. But this one here, 98 US, it seems about right. This one here is a reverse. That's a mint 10, that's a reverse. So we'll call it, say, 65 US, sorry. So 98 Australian, we'll call it 65 US. All right, and then you press save. That then ends it down here into your quantity section, your declared value, and your service level fee calculating here. Now I'm going to go ahead and submit the rest of these here because I don't want to bore you to death watching me enter all of these manually, and I'll be right back.